everybody. Still the beginning of January. Today's the 5th. What is that? What personal day is this? Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 days. So in some ways privacy and in and out of group and then coming back. So today our main topic is love, faith, and wait, I wrote notes. Yes, love, faith, and peace. I may also talk about self-mastery rather than self-destruction. This is a healing podcast, and I am a clairvoyant, an artist, a healer, a writer, a person, an ever-evolving being. Our affirmation for today is, I am opening up to have faith and positivity in the goodness of the universe, and I am taking steps to create that. I am opening up myself to have faith and trust in the universe for goodness and love, and I am taking steps to create that. Really pay attention to this, because we are at one of the biggest changing time that I have ever experienced, and for most of us, we're having astrological transits we have not ever had before while any of us were alive, unless someone's been here for a couple of hundred years or several thousand years. So then I shift that statement in that instant. But otherwise, no. These are new, changing, challenging times. So once again, I open up to having faith and positivity in the universe and creating love, and I am taking my steps to create that. I'm doing it in my own life. I mentioned on a few podcasts ago, I am in the process of clearing out, cleaning out, healing, so to speak, my own internal dialogue. I am an extremely passionate, feeling person, and I feel very deeply. And I like to take action, steps, something if I feel it's important and holistic. Those of you who are into astrology and Western astrology, I'm born under the sun sign of Cancer, the moon goddess, moon in Virgo, ascendant Aries. So they all get stimulated. Here's the thing. You may have negative feelings about a person. Oh, the guides have said to not discuss politics on this show. That's why I don't. You may have feelings about anyone in your private life, about yourself, about people in the news, anyone. And your assessment may be accurate or inaccurate. Also, you're not looking necessarily, unless you have that ability or it's shown to you by source, their whole karmic wheel, their whole why they are the way they are, what's going on with them, all that. And if you don't do that, you're not going to know. And the surface is very rarely what it is, which doesn't mean to ignore that, because we live, for the most part, still. And this is being telecast and released on January 5th, 2026, just so you know. I know a lot of people are involved in evolving themselves and growing. I'm one of them. I know there are people who aren't. They show it by what they say and do, both in public and in private. Pay attention to that. It doesn't mean believe everything, because we have people who are liars. And I did a show on that, to tell yourself the truth about your own self. Many people do not. That's something for all of us. And then there are other people that love to lie, love to manipulate, love to trick others, like to steal. I'll tell you straight up, Do not trust them. Ever. They may say they're going to do something disgusting, which might be the thing they actually do. And because we do have people on the planet, and now and then it might be you or me, who like what someone else may say is disgusting. So you work on yourself, and the more each of us, and then together, and other healers have created groups. I had a group, the Goddess Heart group. I kind of stopped doing some of that. I'm in a very private place now. I mean, I would do a group. I would do that kind of thing. I'm in a private place now. And ally yourself. If you're allying with anything, with energy, with light, with growth, with positivity, with love, with gentleness, with strength. This doesn't mean blah. That's not gentleness. That's blah. That's apathetic. Gentleness is soft, it's sweet, it's caring, it's renewing. So that was our affirmation. I'm going to do a relatively short, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm putting my hand on my heart, the heart chakra. We're going to breathe into the heart chakra. We're going to literally create within ourselves white light, because we're made of light. Do we all always feel that way? Now and then I don't feel that, so do we all always feel like that? No. I'm part of the all. And if now and then I'm like this, it doesn't mean deeper, because I know this. In the deepest part of me, I know this. And even so, I can sometimes do some kind of self-sabotaging situation. With me, it can be food. Other people may have stuff with drugs and addictions. I don't have that. I do sometimes eat more than I really is right for me then. And I know it. My tummy hurts. I know immediately. So do you. When you let yourself feel and experience, and either it's emotional eating, which I am aware of, and I do some, and then I take care of myself, because I'm both, and I definitely take care of myself. And sometimes I just lay back. So much is going on in the world at this time, energetically, and some people doing something physical. So I will state, I am somebody who prefers to have people treated appropriately, fairly, decently, honorably. People that are sociopathic, I do my best to avoid them because they are sociopathic. That means until they choose to evolve, they don't care about you. They do not. I find it astounding when human beings, including occasionally myself and others, who see that someone is a sociopathic, narcissistic, mean person who can laugh at other people's pain. That's a sociopath. By the way, that's part of it, not the whole thing. The opposite of a natural person. Why do people act shocked when someone is an acknowledged sociopath? Egotist, when they act like that, that's why they are labeled that, because that is their current behavior on earth. I'm not saying it's their soul. So start acknowledging what that is and build differently. You want to make change? Start building in your faith, in the living light. Meditate. Breathe. We'll do our breathing attunement now. We're going to be breathing in light, gentleness, and trust or faith, because you can't, it doesn't work to say you have faith in something, whether you call it the light, whether you call it source, whether you call it Yeshua, and then you act like you have no faith. That's for you to allow. That's for you to open up and deal with your own disbelief. Many of us have that. That is clearing out the energy frequency body. That is helping clear out all the genetic karmic patterning, PKP. That's clearing out the internal dialects. You see, looking some of it bit by bit, sending in the light. We're going to do it with breathing right now. Okay, well, I'm going to say another sentence or two. And then living with it, and you do this, the clearing out, the breathing, the attunement, the affirmations, the taking positive steps every day. You could take a few days to rest. I like weekends for that, but however, it isn't you do it once and you go, that's it, I'm done. No, no. And acknowledge whatever might be your, call it weak spots, call it the stuff you're working on. Refrain from using any insulting words. Do not insult yourself or anyone else. Let go of that. If you see yourself doing that, this is what we do, or this breathing attunement. We're going to keep it simple, simple, simple. Keep it simple, sweetie, simple. This one's simple. We'll breathe in to a count of 4, hold to a count of 5, exhale to a count of 6. 4, 5, 6. I will guide it the first 2 rounds, then we'll do 3 rounds where I'm not speaking, but I will hold up my hand to show you and move my fingers as counting so that I will do the breathing, because I can't do it in that way when I'm speaking. I have yet to master that. So sit comfortably, have your back supported. Allow yourself to know you're giving yourself a gift now that you are entitled to. This is the time to renew, regenerate, refuel, and rerise. Feel the presence of love, whatever that is to you. Whatever is beauty to you, clouds, flowers, a baseball game, whatever that is, feel and sense it around you. Whatever it means to you to feel emotionally supported, feel that now. And then in our inhalation, as you inhale, and that will be the first on the count of 3, and then you hold it, and then you exhale it out, creating that environment of energy around, within, and through you. So now, feel the vibration of faith, something at peace, whatever that might be for you. Or if you don't have that, simply allow yourself to inhale gently. Inhale, talking from me. important to actually do them, to have them work. And in the times we are living, and this year is going to be an intense one from my perspective, which means it's incumbent upon us to keep raising our frequency so that we're creating self-mastery, which can mean being your internal essence self as much as you can be, rather than self-destruction to yourself, to the world, to the universe. Your thoughts, your internal dialogue, the stuff you say inside your head or wherever you say it, that goes into the universe. You may think, no, it's not. Yes, it is. It's energy, it's frequency, it moves, it pulsates, it does stuff. And that goes into the universe. So it's important for each of us to be personally responsible. I'm one of the people who really feel when we pass into the next domain, we do have a life review. When I was studying the psychic healing arts, we were told about this. When I read about Edgar Casey, who I truly respect, and yes, I know anything we see just about on any kind of media can be AI. And it's going to get worse, by the way, before it gets any better. Don't fall into that. This is the real me. If I were AI, I'd wear a cuter shirt and I would have paintings on the background. It would look different. This is me. And if you want to live in peace and happiness, it does start inside. The outside helps. That's why there's a frequency stone. The stones by the ocean, from the ocean. Light. They all have crystals. They're beautiful. This is a rock. They upraise your frequency. They could change the wiring in your brain. Can change, I said. Can affect. When you allow yourself to be with them, when you eat holistically, and today I did eat a little too much food. Yes, it's vegan. However, even that can be a little too much. I can give all kinds of reasons. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It wasn't my preference. I did it. I acknowledge it. I know some of the whys. I don't know if I know the deepest whys, but I will be working with someone on that. Be real with yourself. Be real. What are you being and doing in your life in this time frame that's helping you grow you? Reading attunement, affirmations, and you don't just rattle them off. That is not how any of that works. It just doesn't. It has to be real for you. You have to feel it. You have to allow it. Some people say you just do it once and let go. I do it more. I do it daily. There's times I wake up feeling amazing. There's times I wake up I hadn't even realized I had fallen asleep. And because so much is going on the 20th of February, there are changes. I'm not going to go over each and every one. Maybe I will in another podcast, but not right now. If a person refuses to up-level their frequency, there are those on the planet that look to create havoc, craziness. There are people on the planet that desire war. That is what they desire. They either make money at it, they harm other people. And there are people, all they can think of is what they want, what they can get. They don't think of you, unless you're that. And to keep yourself in a space of centeredness We do the internal work. You can put a bubble of light all around yourself from 2 feet out to 10 feet out. And yet you have dominion over yourself. You have sovereignty. Nobody else does. Nobody. And no matter what kind of noise anyone makes, they're not stronger than you. People have built themselves by using other people's energy vampires, so to speak. You may have given your energy away. Take it back. Take it back. At some point, maybe I'll do the recapitulation and teach it on this show. I'm not going to do that now. Oh, I think I have it. I do not know if I'm giving that away free on my website. I'm giving away other stuff. Go to Audrey now, and I have not updated that website in quite a while. AUDRYENOW.com. And know, very simply, that it's important to give back to people whatever energy that you may have within yourself that really started with them. Give it back nicely, lovingly, as light, and take back any energy you may have given there for yourself. This is especially in sexuality. That's why I'll teach that. Not right now, because that was especially for a sexual situation, so that people always choose me without being co-opted, so to speak, energetically in an inappropriate way. And there are people who do this. I mean, it's important to not walk around naive. We all can be somewhat, and we certainly shouldn't be jaded. However, self-mastery involves lifting your own self, taking responsibility for whatever, learning and growing. It doesn't mean having to be perfect. What does that mean anyway? That changes. Perfect look? According to who? According to when? Perfect work? Really? Who's to say? When are you going to say? Fill yourself with the highest, nicest feelings you can. Sorry, my nose is itching again. Bring them out in the universe. Have respect for yourself. Have respect for others. Have respect for this planet. We live on this planet. I've heard a lot of people say how much they want to have a clean planet. And I don't see some of them doing anything to make it. Some people are doing. They may not recycle, and then a lot of recycling programs don't even work. So what people can say, why bother? I've done that sometimes because I've seen where they go. And people will say afterwards, no, we didn't really do it, blah, blah. Still, you do your best. You don't give in to that negativity. You can acknowledge it, and now and then, if you just let that be, and then see what you can do to rebalance, and then pick yourself up after you rest and renew, and make sure you rest and renew. We are being catalyzed and shifted. Our very cellular structure is changing. According to some, and I'm being shown, I'm not even sure what this means, but we're being made more crystalline. We've been carbon, we're made of carbon a lot, and a few other things. Now, in some kind of way, more crystalline. You're not going to get, oh, wait, lay down at 3 o'clock, we're going to work on you, your energetic family, No. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, listen to your higher self, and to reach it, that's why we do the breathing attunement daily. For longer than we do it on this podcast. That's because it's a podcast and I'm doing it with tape. On your own, do it longer. Get into it. Feel it. Allow it. You can do it lying down with your head and shoulders back. Support it so you can really relax with it. Do not do it standing up. Once you've learned any number of these, you can do them gently while you're walking. Not walking fast, walking slowly. But part of what renews me, I live in Costa Rica now, on the African Caribbean coast. And I'm near the beach. And they're very, very calming looking and beautiful. And a stunning color blue, as is the sky. Unless there's a mammoth rainfall with humongous winds and all that, in which case I stay home. Or if it's so hot that I melt all over the place, I stay home. Otherwise, out, alive, enjoying. Allow yourself, give yourself a gift every day of something beautiful, something renewing. If you're tired, sleep. Literally, rest. I woke up so early this morning, my sleep was all turned around. Yesterday, I think I fell asleep at 7 in the evening. I woke up at 12 midnight. I've been up since. So I got hungry way earlier and threw off my own eating schedule. It is now, what is it now? 12:42 p.m. When I'd normally be starting looking at lunch, I've already eaten at 3 or 4 in the morning. So I've been up for a couple hours. And then I think it's 7, and then something at 10 something. My body needs to digest this and rest. And hopefully, I will be going out later because I am going to rest. Blessings to you. I know this is a meandering show, but really pay attention to all the jewels and gemstones of this. Love yourself. Love the planet. Love our species. The more love we put in, the more we all grow. Go to ask people's higher selves to manifest within them, within you, within me. That's what's happening now. Allow it. Let go of all the other. Let go. Let go. Stuff is breaking down because it needs to. There's just stuff that never got dealt with. Get my book. Which one? Raising Race Consciousness, Healing Racism, Sexism, and Other Isms. Get the cute book, the color. What if you are and life is miraculous? ABC Affirmation Art Coloring Book for kids, for adults, for seniors who are also adults. Vim Vigor Vitality Vegan. And then what's the other one? The Mother Book. The Mother's Manual, a spiritual and practical guide to child rearing and motherhood. Thank you. Have a fabulous day. And yes, if it so moves you, please like and love us, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. And feliz año de nuevo otra vez. Bye.